Hi, I'm Harrington Benton. This is Total Team Control. Today we're going to continue to talk about the swerving technique in relation to dial numbers and what that can do for a player on the football field. Let's take a look at our receiver as he has caught the football here. The defenders are zeroed in to make the tackle. Let's see what our receiver does as we have set his dial to swerve. And as you can see, he eludes the defenders and heads upfield. Let's take another look. What this demonstrates is that as the receiver catches the football, the defenders assume that they will intercept the receiver on his path toward the end zone. But our receiver will dodge the defenders just like in the NFL. He's not going to run straight on a path that they can intercept him and make the tackle. He's going to be very elusive, and he will dodge those defenders and pick up extra yardage. Let's take another look. And there, the defender does intercept the receiver and make the tackle. Let's keep looking at our receiver under the swerving technique and see if we can gain extra yardage by having our receiver dodge those defenders. Many times, as the defenders are poised to make the tackle, depending on the vibration area that our receiver is in when he catches the football, he could go in almost any direction. But what's good about the swerving technique is the player will ultimately head toward the end zone. Let's take another look. And there they close in on the receiver and make the tackle. Let's take another look at it. And let's see what our swerver can do with those defenders as they zero in to put the hit on him. And there, he was making his move, but that safety came in quickly and got to the receiver before the receiver could elude them. Now, let's move to another area of the football field and see if we get a different vibration area and a different reaction from our receiver. And again, that safety quickly gets in on the receiver before the receiver can make a move. Another area on the field, let's take a look. As we can see, our receiver is attempting to dodge those defenders, and the defenders cannot predict where our receiver is going to be and cut him off or get an angle on him, because he may go here, or he may go here, or he may go anywhere, but he will ultimately head toward the end zone. Let's see if he can elude those defenders. And again, this time, the second safety gets in on the tackle. Our defenders are doing a really good job in making these long tackles. This time, they're going to anticipate that he goes straight, and they're going to cut his path off as our receiver attempts to move upfield. And there, he is hit again attempting to make a move, but those safeties are fast, they're accurate, and they're getting right to that receiver before he can get away. Let's take a look at the action of our receiver without the defenders on the field. What would he do? Incredible movement and forward progress by that receiver. That's what he would do if he had the time. Those safeties are closing in on him quickly. Let's take another look. Here the safeties are going to make a longer tackle, but they've proven that they can make long tackles. Let's see what our receiver has in store for these guys this time. And he eludes them. Look at that incredible movement. Incredible movement by our receiver. Dodging those defenders. That's what the swerving technique can do. Here's another angle. Those defenders are going to try and cut his angle off. Let's see what happens. And again, he eludes the defenders and loses his forward progress. But an incredible move to dodge those defenders. We've noticed that our swerving receiver is really taking some steep swerving angles. We slightly adjusted his base, hopefully to make him run forward in a more forward motion and not lose his forward progress so easily. Let's take a look. And again, look at that incredible move. He dodges those defenders and heads out of bounds. That's what the swerving technique can do. Incredible movement by our receiver. So let's take a look now. Let's take a look at the sequence that would happen as the football is delivered to our receiver from our quarterback. The ball would go here to the receiver. Once the ball is caught, the game board will be turned off at that point. Of course, you know, in the Championship Electric Football League, we're the only league that has the incredible, the exciting game on passing. We throw the football with the game board on. Just like you see in the NFL. We don't stop the board so that a guy can pull out a TTC quarterback or game changer or whatever the quarterback is he's using to TDQ or whatever to aim and have a countdown before he throws a pass. You have to throw the football in this league while the game board is on, while those defenders are rushing. You have to go through your progressions, look for your primary receiver. There's bodies zooming back and forth, flying back and forth. As those uniforms flash in front of you, it's difficult to locate a receiver after you've taken your eyes away to locate that secondary receiver or especially your third receiver or hot. So here, the ball would be delivered. The game board would be turned off. You would quickly take your receiver, and this is where dial numbers come into play. You would know what his dial number is to set that receiver into the swerving motion. It only takes a second. You put your receiver in place. The defenders would be allowed to position themselves to make the tackle. And let's see what our receiver would do in that situation. And there he is brought down, trying to slip away, but was brought down by that safety once again. Let's go through the sequence once again. Our quarterback, Drew Brees, throws the football to Jimmy Graham. Graham makes the catch. The game board goes off. You set Graham to his swerving position. You put him back. The defenders are allowed to adjust to make the tackle. And let's see what Jimmy Graham does. Oh, nearly escaping, nearly picking up that extra yardage. Very elusive, hard to tackle. And a tip, When you're playing with tweaked bases are a lot different than untweaked bases. In the Championship Electric Football League, the bases are untweaked. Tweaked bases tend to do this. Tweaked bases tend to go in the direction of the tweak. And they're very deliberate, especially if the base has been weighted. The base is what you would say is impervious to vibration because the base has been weighted down and you have so much surface area as you flatten the prongs and widen the surface area of the prongs. That's what makes tweaked bases stronger than a non-tweaked base. It's a similar to auto racing, a contact patch on the surface of the track. The more contact patch, the more the car holds to the track and the faster you can go. With a tweaked base, the more contact patch, the more vibration is absorbed into the base that makes the base go faster. And when the base is weighted, in addition to that, the base goes straight. That's why when you see guys doing run tests, their bases always go from the end zone straight downfield. But we don't play football that way, and no one plays football that way. Players dodge and elude and jump back and move forward and hurdle. And that's what we're trying to duplicate, the realism of real NFL football. Let's take a look at what our receiver can do as Drew Brees completes another pass to Jimmy Graham. The defenders are in place to make the tackle, and they do get the tackle in on him as they get to him before he can slip away. Hey, I'm Harrington Benton. This is Total Team Control. See you next time.